Hello, dear friends. Open your eyes, please, because many positive signs of transformational change continue to emerge. Opinion piece. Will the dam fail? The truth will set us free. Water will cascade down. Truth will come pouring out. Things are going to get easier. Sananda through James McConnell. No rock or stone will be left unturned. Light speeds everywhere where there is darkness. London's Big Ben fell silent this New Year's Eve. Gold price suffers biggest drop in 6 weeks. 5 countries set to launch e-money this year. 5 world powers pledged to avoid war. China's artificial sun is 5 times hotter than the original one. Billionaires invest in cryptocurrencies in case the money loses value. Let's start. The dam will burst very soon. The truth will come pouring out. Those of you that we have prepared for these truths, we have acclimated you to these energies that are coming to the planet. All of you who are preparing for this are in the forefront. You are the working guides to show the way to those who will come after you. You will show them the path to follow, just as we have done, says Sananda. I come at this time to continue to help you understand all that is happening behind the scenes. There is a lot going on behind the scenes that you are not aware of. An expression of light with the coalition here and all those associates who are bringing about the changes without your knowledge, without the white population even realizing what is happening. Chess game. We have given you the analogy of a chess game. The dark forces are playing no more chess on a chessboard, just as you have done many times playing this game. They are way ahead in their planning, and of course this is all part of the universal plan. You are aware of some of it, and you are carrying it forward as much as you can and whenever you can. Whenever it matches the frequency with the 5D movements that they can do, they do it. So, while the forces of darkness continue to use their old plan, the same old game plan, the forces of light are working on a higher 5D game plan of expression. So you can start to understand the ramifications of all that is involved here. When the bad guys make a move, the coalition guys are ahead by 5 or 10 moves or more at a time. They know the plans, they know what's coming, and they alter those plans whenever they need to. That's happening more and more right now. But what is also happening is that the forces of darkness are being brought out of the darkness. They are coming out into the light. Many of them are moving away from the light. It's in your fables with the vampires. They don't want to be in the light, so they look for pockets of darkness. But those pockets of darkness are being taken away by all of you. For you, the workers of light and the warriors of the light are spreading the truth, bringing the truth forward. It will be inevitable, unavoidable. For it has been said that no rock or stone shall be left unturned. The truth shall surely set you free. You have heard talking about announcements. They come more than you can imagine, and sometimes they will present themselves. That time, that frequency, has not been fulfilled, so now it's coming in trickles, in little bits and pieces here and there. But in the end, just like when you take a big dam that's holding back a deluge of water, and there is a little dot that opens up in that dam and starts to allow the water to come through. And then more and more start to break. And finally the dam breaks completely and the water will cascade down. That's what you are looking at, because now there's a lot of little points of rupture inside the dam. The water spits through the cracks. Truth spits in. Light spits in everywhere there is darkness. Preparation. As we have said many times, you are all being prepared to be the next ascended one. But the ones who are in our position right now, you will be the ones who will come to those who come after you. You will help them, and they will help others after them, and so on. Will everyone make it? Probably not, for not all are destined to find their ascension at this time. However, can everyone make it? Yes, if one chooses to go against the contracts they entered into. Then they too can move into the light and become part of the clarity, as can all of you. Changes afoot. Puffner said, "There are changes afoot, and the ramifications are great and revealing. Just be at peace and hope for the rest for all involved. There are many aspects that cannot all be covered during this time period. Know that many are watching and waiting and knowing deeply what that changes might occur. There are all kinds of shenanigans in play, and all of them are notoriously sad, bad and maddening. The efforts of the few who remain are many, so be at peace and wait for the outcome. Make the effort to change to a more positive head to look forever, and let's make that effective now. Everyone needs to wake up. Get your head out of the mat and pay attention to the work being done. Strive to be positive and help the people who are doing well and setting the pace. There are many who can do that and should. Advocate for change. Make the case for disclosures. Make the case for transparency at all levels, and make the case for those who are willing to help. Your numbers are in the thousands. You are not alone in any of this. Make the case for effective curtailment of the fraudulent efforts that have been underway. We can't assure you that anything is happening, but it is. We can't tell you when something is happening, but it is. We can't give you direct advice or data, but the truth is that everything is in turmoil and players need to back off, change or run. Breaking news. The world's 5 most powerful countries pledged to avoid war. China, France, Russia, the UK and the US have issued a joint statement affirming their opposition to the use of their nuclear arsenals for offensive purposes. They also pledged to work together on nuclear disarmament. In quotes, "We affirm that the nuclear war cannot be won and should never be fought." Read the statement issued Monday. China builds bridge over Pangkong Lake to bring its army closer to India. The Chinese army has started building a bridge over the Pangkong Lake to reduce the time it takes to reach Indian military posts on the southern shore of the lake. In February 2021, the two countries reached an agreement to withdraw troops from the lake and stop patrolling. The UK mobilized 31 nuclear weapons in the Falklands War. A British Ministry of Defence document dated April 6, 1982 and published on the declassified UK website revealed that the United Kingdom mobilized 31 nuclear weapons on its ships during the conflict with Argentina over the Falkland Islands in the South Atlantic, called Islas Malvinas. Spanish America. Yellow panties to attract prosperity in Colombia. Every year-end, warehouses and stores in Colombia are filled with yellow underwear, the sign of good auspices that, according to the popular belief, would attract prosperity in the new year, boost sale in the sector during December season. New Year's rites in Nicaragua. Bathing in the sea or reading the shells to find out what the coming year holds on the Caribbean coast is a far cry from the rites of the Pacific, where it is part of the tradition to eat the 12 lucky grapes, buy the key of San Benito, burn the old man doll, or perform the midnight cleansing or stripping at midnight. A Venezuelan painter has been locked up for more than 50 years by creative will. He has been locked up in his house for more than 50 years due to an internal need that makes him paint almost every day. His name is Macario Colombo Aldana, a Venezuelan creator born in the Sierra de Baragua in the state of Lara, in western Venezuela, who is characterized by high contrast work that has gained national and international recognition. His paintings show controversy, fantasy, myths and philosophical visions on the life and death, with an emphasis on melancholy, terror and drama. Electronic money. 5 countries set to launch e-money this year. Several nations worked on digitizing their monetary ecosystems over the past 2 years, but only 2 have succeeded. They may be the following: China, Russia, Kazakhstan, Jamaica and Brazil. Russia and China. In 2022, Russia could begin testing the digital ruble, which is described as a promising and important project for the country's economy. For its part, China is about to launch the digital yuan based on blockchain technology, and which has already undergone several tests carried out in different parts of the Asian country. Definition: a central bank digital currency, or CBDC, is a country's fiat currency in the form of a digital asset and would be controlled by the nation's monetary authority, its central bank. Worldwide, only 2 nations currently use a CBDC, with the launch of the Bahamas' Sand Dollar in 2020 and Nigeria's e-Naira in October this year. Billionaires invest in cryptocurrencies in case cash loses value. Thomas Peterfy says it's wise to have some crypto, while Ray Dalio sees it as an alternative to cash. Peterfy took out a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal in 2017, warning about the dangers Bitcoin futures pose to capital markets. What are the top 5 altcoins to invest in 2022? Benjamin Cohen, crypto analyst at Into the Cryptoverse, points out the top 5 altcoins or alternative coins to invest in 2022 according to Daily Hold: Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot, Avalanche and Polygon. Science and technology. Project to terraform Mars and Venus. While the scientific proposal for Mars involves a magnetic shield that would help prevent the planet's atmosphere from being stripped by the solar wind, with respect to Venus, it involves a light-reflecting physical shield that would cool that well, just the contrary. China's artificial sun runs 5 times hotter than the original. Last year, China's nuclear fusion reactor set a new world record for superheated plasma time in a breakthrough hailed as another step toward achieving clean, sustainable electricity generation. Sega unveils the world's fastest computer. Japanese video game company Sega unveiled its newest gaming computer on December 27 in collaboration with the US-based Intel and Taiwan's AES ROC. The company claims that it is the fastest computer in the world. US. Snowstorms lashes Washington, moves up East Coast. A winter storm unleashed heavy snow and strong winds across much of the southern and mid-Atlantic US on Monday, forcing federal offices and schools to close, grounding planes and knocking out power to thousands of people. Forecast called for 12 to 25 centimeters of snow and winds up to 40 miles per hour in the region's first blizzard of the season. global warming, Washington shut down by snow. Up to 10 inches of snow is forecast, forcing the president to drive to work while government offices are closed. A massive snowstorm hit Washington, D.C. on Monday, grounding planes from the Capital District to New York City. Special operation in D.C. on January 6th. A new piece in Newsweek revealed that the special operators will be on the ground on January 6th. Theranos founder found guilty. A California jury has reached an unanimous verdict against Theranos founder Elizabeth Holmes, who was found guilty Monday of 3 counts of wire fraud and 1 count of conspiracy to commit fraud. The jury found her guilty of illegally defrauding investors of millions of dollars through her company. Pentagon chief tests positive. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin tested positive after experiencing mild symptoms and will now remain in quarantine. Gold suffers its biggest drop in 6 weeks after rising bond yields. Gold held steady after posting its biggest drop in 6 weeks as bond yields rose, and investors braced for a tightening of monetary policy in 2022. Gold prices fell more than 1% on Monday as the risk of rally inequities pressured the value. It is an advanced financial system. QFS is an advanced financial system launched to eradicate the monopoly of the monetary system, and for that purpose, a system composed of benevolent artificial intelligence and complex computer programs backed by banks is needed. The QFS will not be influenced by government policies, but will be fully backed by tangible assets such as gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and oil, and will not be based on simple documents that have no evidentiary value. Great Britain. It didn't ring the bell of London's Big Ben on New Year's Eve. Did they turn the switch like in the movie V for Vendetta? This sign means that the switch was flipped. Big Ben is the name by which the large clock bell located in the northwest side of the Palace of Westminster, the seat of the British Parliament, is known. Petition to strip Tony Blair of knighthood accumulates 400,000 signatures. Queen Elizabeth's decision to bestow one of the highest honors on the Iraq War Prime Minister has provoked a fierce backlash. Hundreds of thousands of people have signed an online petition calling for the removal of Tony Blair's knighthood. A secret millionaire loses his entire fortune and goes to live in a caravan. A businessman named Rob Lloyd, who became one of the richest men in Wales and was the founder of the Unveils Group real estate company, which was worth nearly $50 million, lost his entire fortune and went to live in a caravan with less than $135 in his bank account. I'm very sorry. Thanks a lot, dear friends.